So yesterday, a friend asked me, how have you been able to move forward with your journey? Like, because I've been going through it. How have you been going with all the punches, right? With the challenges that come with the spiritual awakening? And I was like, it brought me into, wanting to share and share this video with you guys, right? I was like, well, that's a good question, right? Then obviously I knew it. I was like, I have been able to make it because I have made the commitment. I have made a conscious commitment to serve divinity, to show up properly, to become a person that takes accountability, to become a loving, compassionate, a person that works in integrity, a person that honors truth. I have made the conscious choice. It is a flame of desire I have to be the best that I can be for myself, for my son, for my loved ones, for the divine. Because I have made a commitment to leave a legacy of love by living by example. You see? To live my life in a state of wholeness. And there's so much beauty when you shift your perception and your perspective about life and what is to show up in life and how do you want to show up in life, and you let go of these the programming of perfection and the seek to try to be like somebody else, and like all of those illusions that comes with the conditionings and the programmings. When you make your life about purpose, when you make your life about purpose, about becoming a virtuous human being, that's what keeps me going each day. And to know that one day when I'm gonna be ready to take off and go somewhere else, and this body is going back to source, meaning the earth. I'm not living with regrets. I will not live with regrets. I will take full accountability and ownership for all choices and decisions that I have made. You know what I mean? For me, and where I'm at right now, for me, it's all about wholeness, and it's just about honoring my humanness, and it feels really good. Instead of like trying to reject it and push it away and shame it, I am now where I'm like, come on, it is, you're mine, I love you, and I accept you, and I care for you. I make the conscious choice, the commitment to show up for myself each day and to love, yes, my imperfections, because I have many. But before, there was deep pain within me, and like my inner child needed it, support and understanding. And so I now show up very differently for myself. And I consciously choose words of love and understanding, and I accept you, and I take you in, and I receive you, and I understand you when she wants to cry because there's something that she might feel vulnerable about, like, oh my goodness, sometimes she has questions. Will people love me when I'm not showing up in my best light, right? Then I remind her, yes, because you know what? Because I have changed. And when you change, everything changes. You start to attract the correct people for where you at, for where you at when we're talking about levels of consciousness. And of course, if I'm no longer the same person who used to criticize myself and reject myself and shame myself, and I'm now living in this different state of being, then of course, the divine is going to bring those people into my life. And for that, I'm so grateful. But something to think about is commitment. How many people we have afraid of commitment? People run away from commitment. People, we share the same insecurities, we share the same fears, we share the same human experience, the same emotions. And fear of commitment is big because, we grow up in environments where we see lots of distress and shaming and blaming and victimization and, lack of integrity, lots of deception, when we grow up seeing our caretakers betraying each other's and their loyalty, right? Like lack of loyalty, right? Then we become afraid of it and we learn all of the tricks and we become, the things we experience. Sometimes some people don't, but, take what resonates and leave the rest. But at the end of the day, bigger picture thinking, right? We learn those things and we start to make sense, right? Our inner child says, oh, well, this is normal. It's normal to be here and be there and then create a story, right? Because I saw it. So, hey, consciously or unconsciously, we're calling in these experiences because it's just how it is, right? But think about commitment. Have you made the conscious choice to commit to the divine? And now, what is commitment? What is the definition of commitment? Right? It's a state of making the conscious choice to commit to something, to be loyal, to show up, to take on responsibilities, right? To uphold responsibilities and to then be there. And integrity, to endure, right? Endurance. To put the efforts. And so it requires for us to show up authentically and with everything and to not give up. And it requires lots of courage and lots of strength, right? Because when you commit to something, then, right, it is a responsibility. Yeah, we're taking on responsibilities, right? So it is a responsibility to ask ourselves, all right, what is needed? What needs to be done? What needs to get done? When you are experiencing a spiritual awakening, you're being called to heal your masculine and your feminine. You're being called to become, to continue your journey of becoming. You are the being becoming, okay? And nature wants for you, the mother desired for you to continue blossoming. The mother's desires for you to surprise yourself. Oh my God, yes I can transform. Yes, I can quit doing something that I know is not healthy for me. Oh my God, yes, it's possible through conscious choices and commitment to overcome an addiction, to let go of a behavior, an attachment, to walk away from something that is not serving our health or that is not serving our life, that is not serving the highest good of all and everyone involved. You know what I mean? And when you make the choice to commit to the divine and to give your loyalty, the divine provides for you and it gives to you, it pours light and love and knowledge and wisdom and it guides you. Everything, it just blesses you with direction, with the correct people. Everything comes to you. And so, many times when people come to me and they say, Vanella, like nothing is changing. I'm in stagnancy, and I'm stuck. And I'm saying, and then I ask them, have you commit? Have you commit to learn new skills? Have you commit to practice discipline? Have you commit to be focused? Have you committed to walk away from everything that you're being guided to walk away? Because all you have to do is take a look at yourself in the mirror, take a look at, your family patterns, dynamics, everything, the relationship with themselves, with their bodies, with money, with love and romance, and their relationship with existence, your relationship with life and true. And we find the answers, right? Find the answers. It's all about the being, becoming, blossoming, the lotus flower, right? And so what happens? We have people who are here, but they are here. I am here, but I am here. And no, that's not how it works. You cannot just be here and then be here. You need to make a choice. And this is why I keep telling people, you're at crossroads. If you're serious about moving, wanting to move, if you have that desire within you to become a virtuous human being, if you have a desire to receive from the divine and true and to experience divinity, you're going to have to make the commitment. You need to say, all right, this is no longer serving me. I know it. I know it's not serving my well-being. End of the story. I'm going to stop justifying. I'm going to stop trying to mold things, and I'm going to make the commitment, and I'm going to show up. The moment you choose to show up for the divine, the moment you choose to show up for yourself in truth, with integrity, in loyalty and commitment, that's when things change. Everything changes. The divine will provide for you. It will help you remove, let go. It will provide the energy, the person, the people, the words. Like I said, it will open up a new world. But it's up to us. And so a lot of times, okay, you're experiencing an awakening. People think they just, I'm awake now and I am becoming aware of all these things. Okay, well, that's just one part of it, right? All right, we're like, oh my God, we're experiencing a spiritual awakening. Oh, me too. Oh my goodness. Now it's a new world opening. With that comes certain in different stages. Within every stage, you're going to have to go confronting certain things. You need to go through it. You need to go through it. And it requires for you to make a choice. So have you made the choice? Because like I said, you can say, all right, I'm experiencing a spiritual awakening, but have I made the choice to commit to the journey to move forward? Because you can stay there. There are people I know that they have been experiencing awakenings and they are rejecting it. They are refusing. And then they continue doing the same things. But they know they're just not committing. And so the divine says, all right, well, okay, well, if you want to keep fighting yourself, if you want to keep rejecting the call, then continue living the life you're living. Then you're doing you. That's the bigger picture. You're doing you. This is what we need to understand. This is a journey where you're at crossroads and you make the choice. You make the choice. You can choose. The divine is going to show you imbalances, the patterns, things that needs to change. It will show you where you're deceiving yourself, where are people deceiving you. It will show you all the imbalances. Let's talk about imbalances, okay? Light attributes, shadow attributes, it will bring the mirror reflections of the many aspects of you that you might not be wanting to love, understand, and heal, to bring into integration. But then at the end of the day, it is you who need to commit to change. And a spiritual awakening is an invitation to change, to move with the flow of nature, the being, becoming. We didn't come here to just stay in one side. Yeah, you're going through the period where you're in your 20s and you're doing all of the things. Okay, the period where we're doing all of the things and we believe that we are running the world, right? But then the divine says it's time to get out of survival. It's time to quit the addictions. It's time to mature. It's time to show up properly. It's time to become, my love. It's time to become, because I desire, says the Divine Mother, for you to experience something else. Because you came here to, learn from it, transmute the pain, And now let's go. We go and bring the wisdom now through the transformation you have to go through, though. And so ask yourself, have I been committed? Have I been committed? Am I committed? Because what are you doing each day? How you're showing up each day? How are you investing your time? Where are you placing your focus? Are you thinking about the bigger picture? Are you settling down? Are you justifying the whys, this and that? Where are you justifying things in your life instead of being real? Having integrity and saying, damn, I'm struggling with these things. Why I cannot let this go? Why I cannot move away from these things? Why I cannot walk away from this? This is unhealthy. Like, what is it, right? There's something within you that you need to take a look. And yes, it's going to probably get you cracked open, but the divine is going to show up with you. You're not doing this alone, even though it feels like that sometimes. Commitment. It's a state of being. It's a state of being loyal to something, right? It's making a conscious choice to say, I'm going to show up for this person, for this situation, for this passion, and I'm aware that this requires my attention and my intention. But yes, you can. Yes, we can. Yes, it is possible. 100% you can. 100%. Because the divine will be there with you and for you. All we have to do is create the space. We have to create the space to receive. Because the Mother desires to bestow upon us love, always. Thank you for listening. Peace and love. Ciao, ciao.